Hey Toy-Addicts, this is Jody, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. Some of you may or may not know that one of the things that I do besides selling on eBay and besides doing these videos and besides collecting and besides is that I do a little bit of print on demand and sell a little bit of it in my Etsy shop. I have an Etsy shop. Here's the image here, and if you were a fan of The Facts of Life, you will remember that they had a store in the later years called Over Our Heads. It was a novelty shop. And so this is a nod to that. It's called Out of Our Heads. And that shop came after Edna's Edibles burned down. And in this day and age, Edna's Edibles would be a very different store. But I digress. So usually I use a company called Printful that everything in all the designs that I create, actually let me back up a little bit. Print on demand is where you create a graphic or purchase a graphic and you go to a website, you choose an item like a shirt or a mug or a sticker or a bedspread, and you put your graphic on there, and then you can just buy it yourself if you want it for yourself, or you can put it on an eBay store, an Etsy store, or Shopify store and sell that graphic. And so that's what I do a little bit on the side. And so I usually use a site called Printful, and they have a lot of choices. They are quite expensive. I usually make just a couple of dollars per item, which is fine once you make one graphic, and then if you sell it a bunch of times, it's great. But I was looking online and I found another site that was a lot less expensive and had a lot more options than Printful. And so I thought I would give them a try. It's called Yoycol. And here's the website on the screen here. And I wanted to give you an honest review of how I felt about Yoycol and why I won't be using it in my Etsy shop, but I will be using it for personal items. I did a few different tests for things. I actually found the site because I was looking for a new rug to go on the floor here in the shed, and I didn't like any of the designs that I found, and so I found a print on demand site that did rugs. So I went to their site and found that was pretty inexpensive. And the thing is that the site, their manufacturing, everything takes place in China. And so the shipping is pretty expensive from China to here, and it takes quite a bit of time. So those are really my two main issues with putting it in my Etsy shop, is that I would have to tell people that it could take up to a month for them to get their item, and then the shipping in some cases is more than the item. So for those two main reasons, I really can't put things from there in my Etsy shop. But let me show you what I got and what I think about them. So the things that I got were, well, let me first show you the rug because that's what I went for. So the descriptions on the site also of things are not excellent, and so I was more expecting a rug, and this is more kind of like a mat like you would have in your bedroom. It's very, you can see it close, it's very kind of plush. It said on the site that it had you know, stickiness, so it would stick to the floor, but these aren't really sticky at all. They might help it to not move a little bit on carpet, but they're not going to do anything on floor if I roll my chair over it or something like that. So while it is kind of a neat kind of mat that comes in different sizes, it's probably not going to work in here for my office. I'm going to put it in here and try it anyway, but I'm sure I'm going to have to put floor tape or something like that to keep it in place, and it's probably going to get kind of yucky pretty fast for my office, since I come in and out outside and I wear shoes in here and stuff. But it is kind of a nice for a bedroom. Now this, I'm showing it to you folded up because it's pretty big, And I can show you the price on the screen, what it costs right now. Of course, this is just at the time of publishing. They do make a lot of changes on the site pretty frequently, so the prices can change. But it is kind of like real soft and kind of plush, you can tell. So the design is actually a design I chose to put on there. They don't have this available on the site, but I thought they did a great job of printing the design, because you can get anything printed on these you want. You can get photographs printed on them, you can get graphics. This happened to be a graphic I bought on a website, and then I manipulated it because the donuts were really far apart, and so I just kind of copied some and, you know, did some manipulating on a graphics program and added the yellow background. It's sort of Simpsons-y now. But the colors are so bright and vibrant, and they did just an awesome job of the printing on this item. So I wanted to get something else in the same print to kind of compare how the prints would come out. I also bought this dress, and it's just a tank dress. It does have pockets, which is nice. Pockets. And I'll show you what that looks like on me, but I wanted to compare the prints. Now, as you can see here, it's not nearly as bright and vibrant as the rug, but it is pretty, like, on its own, it is pretty bright and vibrant. The print throughout is very nice. Now, I will tell you that I had another dress printed for my sister for her birthday, and the print did not come out very well on that dress. So also there's a consistency issue here. I did order a second dress, and the second one of the same pattern came out much better, so that's good. They are, you know, willing to fix things in customer service, but their customer service isn't great either. You have to have WhatsApp, and then you have to join a group in WhatsApp, and then there's a whole process that is not my favorite. So the customer service is lacking for sure. And then I did one other item. They have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different items that you can get things printed on. Like just a t-shirt, you can have just a regular graphic on a t-shirt, but a lot of their stuff is what they call all over print. So you can put a graphic on everything, and there's bed sheets, and there's rugs, and there's doormats, and I'll show you our doormat as well that I got printed for my mom, and she's super excited about it. I also got a shirt printed. Now, another thing is they make a lot of changes on the site. Almost every time I go on, there's like 8 or 9 notifications of changes to titles and sizes and stuff like that. They're trying to improve things, which is great. But this shirt I bought, and when I bought it, it was called a boat neck. And then by the time I got it, when I looked at the title, it was called off the shoulder, which isn't really my style. I wouldn't have bought off the shoulder, but as you can see here, the neck is ginormous. So, but I just found this little cactus print that I thought was cute, and I printed it on the shirt. And this is sometimes, like for example, Printful's print-on-demand items are mostly kind of a thick polyester. This is kind of a thin, like, I think you can even see through it. It's a thin, it's definitely polyester. It's stretchy, but it's got a cottony feel to it too. And so I really kind of like this fabric more. And so I'm hoping I find other designs in this shirt. Another problem I have with Yoycol is that their descriptions are not fantastic, so you can't always tell exactly what kind of fabric something is going to be. But because their items are inexpensive, I'll put up here on the screen the price for this. It's kind of worth it to get samples and to try things. If I was to push these items to my Etsy store, I feel like I would have to get a sample of everything beforehand, which I don't have to do on Printful. I haven't had any issues of printing on Printful. I've sold close to, or give or take 600 items basically on Printful, and I haven't had any issues with printing quality in all of those items, and I haven't felt like I had to order something first to make sure that it was going to be good quality, which I kind of do on Yoycol. So like I said, for my Etsy shop, I will not be using Yoycol unless I can find some items that are really specialized that I'd like to put on there. But for personal use, for me to put a graphic up there and print it and have it for myself, I would definitely use that site. So I will put their description down below. And if you have something for yourself, or like maybe a family reunion or something like that, and you'd like to get some inexpensive shirts printed, or some sort of dress for a Comic-Con thing, or you know, some sort of cosplay or something, this is a good site to use. I would use it just for the economic aspect alone. And again, it's going to take some time, 3 weeks to a month, for you to get your item. So keep that in mind as well. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. I know there's not a lot of videos out here talking about Yoycol. I'm not sure how new they are, or maybe they haven't been in the US market very long. But like I said, they have some work to do still, I think, in the quality control and the shipping time and shipping cost before it can really be viable for my Etsy business. But I do like the site, and I do like the product for myself, and I will be using it for myself. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to comment down below if you've used a print-on-demand service, what's your favorite one. And like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!